Hi guys, this is Maria. Good morning. Bringing in the beautiful, oh my gosh, a friend of mine, Susan, last night gave me this as a gift. Look at this little bowl. Look at it. Look how cute that is. Anyways, listen. This is my new thing. Listen. Beautiful. Anyways, I was sitting here playing with my cards because I have a message for Vega, for the Vega star seeds, right? So I had pulled that out, and anyways, really quickly, out of nowhere, the Jinn came through, DJINN, which is the Arabia timelines, as I call them, and the Jinn came through and they want to play, and I so usually when that comes through, it's because there's a prayer being answered today for the Arabian timelines, right, in love and light, because we know that love conquers all, and so the ascension timeline is one of love, light, and peace. That's how you exit third dimensional warfare. And then, of course, as you anchor fire, you then higher up, then you have your spirit, and then spirit for the fourth, and then you have energy for the fifth dimensions, and that's all another thing. But right now, what I want to tell you is the Jinn came through, and I love the Jinn. I love it. I've never been able to walk those timelines in Arabia, but it's been like a calling of mine. I just can't wait. I know it's coming. And so because of that, I said, what message do you have? And they have a message for the collective. And so here is, you know how the jinns love riddles, right? So I, a long time ago, was guarded by jinn against someone that was not walking in the light from those timelines when I was working in that realm, in the Ascension timeline. And so there's a lot of, obviously, the Quran and the old tomes of antiquity, the tones of antiquity, right? They're quantum entangled, and so you have, you know, the in between the Christ consciousness, because you have the Old Testament and you have the Quran, the beautiful Quran, and of course I walk with Mother Mary. Mother Mary, she's the one that walks me in and out of all exorcisms and all the clearing of ley lines, whether in people, places, or things, right? She's been with me for 14 years since my spontaneous spiritual awakening. And I'm supposed to tell you that story for some reason. Who cares? But here's a really cool part. So so I learned a long time ago how to walk those realms, even though I physically haven't. But in those dimensions, I've cleared a lot from Mother Mary. And if you've ever read the Quran and you read how beautiful, they have a whole chapter for her. And of course, she loves that. And of course, I walk with, you know, the Mother Mary collective, and my name is Maria. Anywho, so the Jinn came through, and here it is. How do you walk peacefully through the realm of the Jinn? Because they are the gatekeepers, and if you come in with war, you know, they're going to reflect some stuff that you really don't want to see. And so, so they said, how do you do that? And so the Jinn will come upon you, and you'll be spiritually tested with 3 tests, right? 3 wishes. What is it you want? What is it you want? What is it you want? You know, what is it you need? What is it you need? What is it you need? What is it you love? What is it you love? What is it you love? And so if you walk in love and in light, love being the mother, light being the father, and peace being the child of creation of Mother, Father, Earth, or Mother, you know, Father Cosmos and Mother Gaia, it doesn't really matter. You are the tube of light, but you're the co-creation, the Trinity, right? The fiat, as the Catholics say. And so the world of the Jinn, how I did it. And so normally I've kept this like within me sacred, but so how I did it was the minute I run, first of all, when I tap into Arabian Nights and all those beautiful stories, right, and realms that still exist. And that's why we know of them, is because when we are multidimensional and from the fifth dimension, we can move to all those realms of peace, right, and experience them and actually physically travel, because if you are walking in love, you're walking with mother energy, and that's Mother Earth, right? So she'll let you, because she brings you in, she takes you up. Anywho, she is the black portal, and she is the light that's coming, by the way, with all mothers and then all sons and daughters, and because everyone has a mother. There are infinite fathers, but there's one mother, and that's one collective. And when it's time to clean up, she comes, right? When she says it's time to go, it's time to go. So everyone that's envisioning the white flash that's coming, that's a wall of white. And if you really, truly close your eyes and go into a black place, dark place, right? Go into the bathroom, go someplace inside of a closet, and make sure that you open your earth eyes in pitch blackness where there's not an ounce of light. Then you will be able to see that white light that's coming in. It's actually Mother Mary and Mother Maggie, as I call her, so the bloodline of Mother Mary and Joseph, and the bloodline of Mother Mary and Mary Magdalene and Joshua, right? So there's two bloodlines and they're intertwined. And that's all the aunts and aunties. And then on top of that, all their children, because what mother says goes, right? Harm none is the rule. And so because of that, of course, the jinn walk, right? The Christed ones, the ones with wings, the really super, super cool ones, they walk. And so coming through with Vega, which is the blue color of jinn, and then blue Pegasus of the open sky coming through with the jinn again, right? We got all sorts of jinn energy coming through right now. The portals are wide open to Christed. So it's kind of like, think about it, whatever the history is of the jinn, right? And their belief of that beautiful collective, that oversoul, that is part of that. They too have stories of the good and the bad, and because this realm must follow the 7 hermetic principles, and the jinn realm is seventh dimensional jinn realm, right? Is within those 7 hermetic principles, so it must have polarity, duality, 50-50. So they too must learn how to discern humans, right? Because they don't know how to do that. Anywho, so how do you walk peacefully through the realm of jinn? The first spirit, when you immediately tap into that beautiful of the Monte Carlo and the sheiks and the cars and Zeus, who has made peace with the jinn, right? So there's that guy that nobody really knows that he's Zeus, but he holds the space of that collective, and he's way smarter with handling that name, being known as the icon, that it's connected to the collective. And it's here to do good, right? Because in this new reality of the 5th dimensional peaceful earth, unless you're connected to the heart, there's no manifesting. And that is exactly why you're seeing massive turns of wealth right now happening across all realms. Because unless you're Christed, you can't go play in the Aquarian age, and that's the age of peace. You remain connected to the royal elms of the Piscean age and continue to experience that, but to the rest of those that are anchored, right, in that, already anchored in 5D, right, they resonate in their physical, emotional, spiritual, energetic, and who did I leave out? Spirit, soul, energy, and psychological, which is emotional. Look at me, I completely forgot. That's pretty cool, because I'm downloading all the way through the 7th. I'm trying to stop at 6. Okay, physical, emotional, mental, spiritual, and energetic. When you balance at 500 hertz, you anchor into the 5th dimension, right? The crystalline grid. And so the jinn, the Christed jinn await those timelines, and that's that beautiful part also of, if you guys have seen that video of how the soul is weighed, because the jinn timelines are very connected to Egyptian timelines, everything's interconnected, and how you weigh the feather. And there's that beautiful show of Miss, is it Amir? And the beautiful the beautiful God that weighs the feather that looks like a bird. My mind, again, I don't know why I'm not tapping into that because I'm in the Jinn timeline. But anyways, how do you peacefully walk through it? Is immediately when you connect to any of those timelines that are tied to that religious timeline, right? That's tied to the Knight Templars and tied to the Catholic because the Black Papa has passed, right? So taking all the Black Papas with him. So now we're in the fully Christed timeline of the Aquarian age. So it's all quantum entangled. And the only way to walk in peace, walk with Mother Mary, because she wants no more harm for her sons and her daughters and her children, right? Mother wants done. She wants peace. 5D, that's it. She's anchored higher, possibilities all the way to the 13th D. But right now, for those that are working their way out of the Jinn or the Arabia timelines, how do you conquer it? The final gatekeeper, which are the Jinn, the beautiful Jinn, is the first wish they give you is you wish for their freedom. That's it. That's it. That's how you love and show compassion of Mother. You know, because they've been trapped. Well, first of all, hello, they've been trapped. They've been trapped. They've been trapped, right? There's no freedom in being trapped. So they do what they have to do because at the point that it's kind of been, they've been in their personal hell or purgatory, or however you want to call it. Doesn't really matter. It's, you know, it's like I call the big one pizza pie in the sky. Doesn't matter. It's your personal one. And so because of that, right, you release and you give them freedom in Spanish, libertad, liberté, right? It doesn't matter, but you free them in love and compassion, right? And you let them go. What you know, if you love something, set it free. If it comes back to you, it's yours. If it doesn't, it was never meant to be. So if you are releasing those timelines and you are, you know, either working with your saints and mystics, or you're working with, you know, it doesn't matter which Mother Mary you're working with, or whether you're working with Joshua, or whether you're working with the Father, the Light, right? With the Son, right? That is connected to all the consciousness of the Christ, or whether you're connected to the galactics, which are coming through very, very strongly right now, especially Vega coming through, and also Omega Centauri coming through very, very strongly. The angelic kingdoms all coming through as they have as well cleared. Remember, during this holy week of Easter, right, the reason why the Black Papa crossed on black, on that, because he was the anti-Christ consciousness, right? And so now he's gone. So now long live the Black Papa, the one that was truly meant to take and clear the final. And so because of that, right, not all that is black is dark. And that all that is black is not sentient and benevolent. There is such a thing as benevolent blackness. And many souls are created within that, and they are eternal and they are beautiful. And they tap into all the solutions of how to clear, right, the blackness. Not everything is light. In this reality, it's split. Again, study the 7 Hermetic Principles. Or you can also access it by learn, if you don't want to go too deep, tap into the sacred Quran and tap into and read the Mother Mary chapter. And she will download, she will access, because she loves it. She loves it. And so that's my message, I guess, for those that are traveling the Jinn timelines and how to exit them. I wish you all a beautiful day. Here goes, you ready? Yeah? And so, is there anybody else that wants to come through? The Pegasus coming through very strong. For the Spanish ones, and for the Saints and Mystics card, I had both Saint Josephine Bakita, which is released, and she represents Sudan. So that's my next message. And then Leonardo da Vinci, of course, coming through with creativity and anchoring the new solutions to the new earth. So I'm looking forward to doing that. But right now, I have to do the Jinn because they butt in skin. And that's why I love my jinn. They are the most beautiful, precious beings. And you know what? One another thing that I learned, and then I'll let you go, but when I was living in Florida, I had a jinn come and play with me in the Swanee River. And that jinn loved the owls and loved the quiet and just like a little Rex area. And so one day he's like installing these like beautiful little shrines in each corner of my property. And I'm like, what are you doing? He's like, you better not come over here and pee, girl. And I was like, what? I said, no, you know, I would never do that if this is your... And he said, no, that those were the future, like, rest spaces that Mother Earth had said they could come whenever they wanted to tap into the majestic water oaks of back then my property that I no longer I'm in, right? I'm no longer in Florida, as I call it. But so the jinn are anchored, not just, it doesn't have to be the kingdom of Arabia, right? In the new earth, everything is possible. And just like everything, there's light and dark to everything, and there's love and not love to everything. So your choice is harm none and connect. Doesn't matter how. If you like this kind of content, which is brand new for me, I mean, oh, I love it, right? My card's speaking so loudly. Let me know if you want another reading and buy me a cup of coffee. I have to make, what is it? I have to make like funny enough, like $70 a day or 77 or something like that. Like some beautiful number like that, crazy numbers. But anyways, I love you, and I hope you enjoyed today's beautiful message from the realms of the jinn. And walk in peace, love, light, and peace to all. I love you guys, and this is Maria Julia. Ciao, ciao.